Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Dr. D's. We are back with another video. So today we are talking about Moonton, Watcher of Realms themselves. You know Dr. D's, if you guys have been following my channel for a while, you guys know I call them out on their BS. Whenever they do some BS, Dr. D's calls them out. But, you know, I was thinking about it. I was like, they're starting to do a lot of good things. A lot of good things. And if I'm going to call them out on their BS, I gotta also call them out and give them a huge shout out when they're doing it right. And right now they are doing it right. This game is, I thought the game was heading in a bad direction. I was wrong. It's heading in a good direction and they are taking care of the players. This is what I like to see out of a gacha game, especially because I make content for this game and I still enjoy this game. So let's go over some of the things that they've been doing to help us players just have a smoother ride. So up first, all right, let's, okay, not in there. Okay, we go right into here. So everybody knows when we first started playing this game, and I'm talking about the OGs, you know, guys that have played this game for many, many months. I think I'm on like 9 or 10 months. I mean, I've been playing this game for quite some time. I was like a few months after they first came out with the game, but nonetheless, I know a lot of players, including myself, it was like, oh man, this is such a drag. You know, what we have to do is we have to upgrade. We have to get them to max level. If they're 3-star, we get them to 4-star, put 3 3-star foods, and then we go ahead and upgrade them, get them to 4-star. Then we have to max them out, put 4 4-star foods inside. And it was like, ah, man, this is taking a lot of our time, a lot of our time. But what do? They listen. This is what I like. This is what I'm talking about right here. They listen to us and they're like, hey, you know what? A lot of people's complaining about it. So let's put this quick star up in, and then you could just go ahead and bam, and then you go down here, bam, you could just keep upgrading. They just made it, just a simple little thing right here, made it easier on us players, and we appreciate that. But then, what do? So we go into the gear. Okay, hang on, let me go up to one of these guys. Okay, so let's go to my boy Silas. So before, we had to literally, like, click on this. And then let's say we wanted to test something out. We didn't have this quick change option, right? This quick change made life a whole lot easier. What we had to do was, and this wasn't too long ago when they changed this in here, so a lot of you guys probably experienced this, but what we all had to do was come into here and then go ahead, oh, okay, I want this piece. You replace it, right? And it was just really humbug, because then like you're going through it and you're like, oh man, I don't even remember which item was on who, and I don't even know the build that I had on, let's say, my boy Silas to get him booty clapping in the guild boss, you know, stuff like that. So watchers, here's everyone complaining about that, having to move the gear around. And what do? They add quick change. They're like, we got you. We're going to take care of all of our players, and we hear your complaints. Of course, a game isn't going to be able to hear every single complaint. No game can do that. That's merely impossible, but they're hearing us. This shows me that they're listening. They want us to have a smoother ride, and I'm here for it. Dr. D's likes it, right? Okay, so we come right down here. I mean, look, you could quick change. Oh, I like this. Oh, okay, and they even have the attributes over here. Let me go ahead and hit okay. Oh, okay, that didn't do good. Let me go ahead and switch it back. But then there was another problem, you know, and this was something that they added in just this last update. I only knew about this because someone commented on my last video to let me know, because I didn't even know that there was an update that had this feature. And then right when he told me, I went and checked it up and I'm like, oh my goodness, they did add this in here. This is awesome. So one thing that me personally, I have been complaining about is the fact that, you know, when you're switching gears around, even with this quick, the quick change right here, even when you're quick changing these, you know, you're switching them around, you're like, oh man, you know, you get so deep into it. Like, let's say for example, Gear Dungeon 2, you guys saw me on the live stream. I was going through it, shuffling through. I shuffled through so many different builds, it's not even funny. And this goes for anything. You're trying to defeat a stage and you're like, oh, let me try this here, or let me add these builds on her, or whatever the case might be. And a lot of them, I didn't even do the quick change. Like, I was like, oh, okay, let's do this set, let's do this set. But then you do it so much and you kind of forget where everything was. And then the quick change isn't even going to help you because you was grabbing these gears over here. So it's like, what did I have? You know? And then the thing that they did that I'm very impressed. Dr. D's is impressed. The thing that they did right down here. So for those of you guys that don't know, you come right here to the plan and you can save the presets. So fear no longer. You don't have to worry about losing your presets. You don't have to worry about losing whatever build you had for your booty clapper, because you can go ahead and put them on someone else with different, like let's say I only wanted one piece from Idril's set over here. I would just switch it over to Idril, and then, or I could switch it to whoever I wanted to, and then guess what? I go back to Idril, and look at this. My plan is Idril claps. Do you want to know why I named it Idril claps? Because when she has this gear, she claps. Let's go. The booty cheeks get clapped, guys. Okay, so I love this. I love how they put this in, and I'm about to make a whole bunch of plans. There's about to be a big stack of these, but I just found out about this recently, so, you know. But, I mean, man, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. You know, hey, Moonton, Watcher of Realms. You guys are real ones. You guys are real ones. And then another thing that I wanted to give a huge shout out on for this game as a whole is the fact that they keep coming out with new content. You know, people get a little bored. They're like, you know, we got gear raids, and we got this, and we got guild boss, and we got GVG. You know, it's getting kind of boring though. They're like, hey, you know what? We know you're getting bored. So what we're going to do is we're going to spice it up. I've always said this with gacha games. You can't be complacent. You can't be too repetitive. You got to spice things up. You got to change things. And that's exactly what they're doing. So one of the first things is the guild boss. They're bringing in a whole new guild boss, and it's going to be lit. I'm hoping, I didn't really get to see the rewards, so I'm hoping that the rewards are going to be a lot better than what we're receiving right now. But we want to feel rewarded for our time, and guild boss is one of those things that definitely makes us feel rewarded. I hope they give us one extra chance at a crusade rune, you know? Well, what do you say, watchers? Can we do that? You know, that would make this game complete. Not really, but it would be awesome if they actually did that. So they're bringing in a new guild boss, and then guild wars. Guild wars, me personally, I'm like, man, this is a drag. I don't want to do it, but I do it anyway. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, they could spice up the rewards for us, or whatever the case might be. I don't know if they're spicing up the rewards, but they are going to give it a little bit more flavor. And when I say flavor, I'm talking about, we go right into here, you're going to have different lineups that you can do. I think that they're changing the structure. This is just going off of what people's been telling me. They're changing the structure of Guild Wars to where, you know, it's not going to be the same thing. You have to switch some things. Like when I say the structure, I'm talking about the let's say we go right into here. We're talking about this. Here, hang on, give it a sec. We're talking about the placements. This whole thing is going to change. This whole structure area, and it's nice, you know, it gives a little bit of change. It keeps the players into the game, and we like that. So let's go ahead and back out of this. Some other things that they've been adding in. I mean, we all know the gear dungeons, right? The gear dungeons, Liddy Committee. You got Gear Dungeon 1, Gear Dungeon 2. People call it Gear Raid 4, Gear Raid 5. But at the same time, they're adding new stuff into the game. Then Immortal Codex. I can't say enough about Immortal Codex. One of the most expensive things in the game is ancient shards. That's like one of the biggest, most expensive, like it's not even funny how pricey those bad boys are. Back in the day, we never had Immortal Codex. And then they brought these guys into the game, and basically we have a shot at getting 10 ancient shards for however long that Immortal Codex is going to last. And then we get more ancient shards on top of that after it ends. I mean, come on, man. These guys better stop playing around. This is absolutely awesome. Another thing, they never had Void Rift before. They added Void Rift in. Honestly, me personally, for those of you that have played Raid, I kind of wish it was like Doom Tower, where you could just auto battle it, because I'm kind of over walking around with my horse and doing that. I honestly have not done Void Rift in like, I don't know, a month, but I know the rewards are really good. So I am going to do it this week, and I might do it live on stream. I might be a little rusty, but I might do it live on stream. You guys let me know if you guys want to see that. I might do something else. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do yet. But Void Rift is another thing they added in. But my whole point to this is they're listening to us. They're adding things in to help make our ride a lot smoother. They're adding things in to keep our interest, adding new things into the game, making it to where we want to keep playing the game. It's not just repetitive, the same old, same old. Me personally, I have seen a lot of players quit the game, but they're doing a good job with all this new stuff they're adding in, because hopefully we don't have too many more players quitting. We want this game to end up beating Raid eventually. You know, I don't know if that'll happen, but fingers crossed. You know, I'm definitely rooting for this game, especially because I make content for it. But You guys let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Dr. D's wants to hear if you guys agree with me, let me know. If you don't agree with me, let me know. But that's all I got for tonight's video. You guys have a great rest of your night, and thank you for making it to the end.